Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the PGL Open Playoffs, and we have our first best of 3 today, WarriorsGaming.Unity versus Mineski. My name is Hades, I'll be your caster for this series, and the next 2 following up after this, but I will not be alone. I'll be joined by my very racist Australian friend, Godot.
What? What an introduction. Thanks guys, that's me, the racist guy, Godot. How's it going, man? Thanks for inviting me in to cast these games.
Thank you for hopping on at the last minute. I know it was a really quick invitation, but here we go. I mean, do you manage to catch any of the PGL games yesterday?
Not really actually. I've been really out of it since I came back recently from Perth and Malaysia and just been really relaxing. But I've been on top of like looking at the rosters and seeing who's in which team, and it'll be pretty interesting to see all these new teams now facing up, and you know, just seeing how these teams will actually meet to their expectations, because let's say Mineski's lineup is quite interesting here.
And okay, just a quick update for you guys. If you guys are not sure what the score is, well, okay, at least on the previous games, let me bring you guys back up to date. So Mineski beat Clutch Gamers. They beat, did they beat Fnatic? Oh, actually they lost out to Fnatic, and they beat Happy Feet as well to secure their spot in the playoffs. Unfortunate with the time rule coming in, and that's why Fnatic could not play tiebreakers. But Warriors Gaming in their groups, they beat let's see, who did they beat? Okay, they beat Signify and they beat TNC. So you know, those are some notable teams. Yeah, interesting. And I mean, currently we're both 2-1 in the groups. Really unfortunate about the time thing. Otherwise, we really would have seen like a 3-way tiebreaker, and the games would have gone on like way longer yesterday. And in that case, you know, all the admins would have been like totally sleep deprived. But here we are. We have our draft. Visage Sanking for Warriors Gaming, and Mineski pick up the Night Stalker and Jakiro. So it looks like some things never change even after TI.
Yeah, I mean, the Visage is a little out of there. We don't know if it's going to be a Visage support or a core Visage. That some teams have been playing it. But yeah, the Night Stalkers are pretty standard picks. I believe the bans are pretty much the standard as well from TI. Nyx being one of the highest. Veno Necro was quite popular. Veno in general was quite popular before TI as well. And the Lich as well, which is extremely popular amongst the Chinese teams at the TI. So, not too unusual here.
Like, I'm not even surprised that the Lich was banned. I mean, it's just so strong, right? I think, like, I don't know, I feel like they need to do a bit of a rework. They did nerf the cooldown to sacrifice, but it hasn't really changed the fact that he basically remains on the same level as your cores as long as he stays in lane, just eating all the range creeps. But, alright, Veno Necro bans. I'm glad. I've seen this hero pretty much in all the pubs. Every game cannot do without. I think there was even a Reddit thread. Still waiting for our next big update, Ice Frog, but it just means that, you know, we'll get to see potentially a different pace of the game this time. Not that very quick pace thing. Yep, Nature's Prophet taken out as well. Interesting, because Mineski actually, they have picked it up for Ice Ice, at least in the group stages.
Yep. How do you say Mineski went through the other games? You said they won, was it 2 games out of the 3? Is that what you said?
Sorry for
How has Mineski been doing?
Mineski,
I mean, just in general.
Yeah, they're doing pretty okay. They're 2-1. So I would say they're actually doing pretty decent. It's just
and they lost to who?
Okay,
Fnatic, was it?
Yeah.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Alright, so Naga ban as well. Yeah, Mineski, they actually did run Ice on the off lane. You know, Naga Siren. So no Resident Sleeper game. Maybe they go back to a bit something which suits their draft a bit more. Like the Night Stalker Jakiro, I'm not sure why you would ban out the Naga. Maybe, you know, take quick towers to split the map open for the Naga to farm, but
yeah, generally with Jakiro and Night Stalker, the early game is quite crucial because the Jakiro and the Night Stalker can do a lot of work. Night Stalker is one of those heroes that doesn't really require too much, just a few levels in the first night, then he can just start moving around, putting a lot of pressure. It's probably the support that can apply the most pressure early game at the 4-minute mark onwards, and allowing so then we got the Jakiro also that can also just look at fire the towers down while the Naga just pretty much does his own thing and farms for his Radiance, so it just creates a lot of space for them to play the Naga. So I think that's a quite smart ban there. I'm just very surprised the Visage was picked so early, and as you can see, Furin and Lycan was banned on the other side because they need some hero early game to actually apply pressure, get some towers down, force one of the heroes to go into the jungle, play somewhere else so that the Visage can get levels if it is the support Visage. And it should be, because now we see the Luna being picked up, unless the Visage is playing middle, but only a select few teams has done that before, such as OG on Notel. So we don't know too sure. It should be a Visage support here. And the common thing about these two teams is, if it is a Visage support, both teams picked up both of their supports in the first phase, which means that they can start using their 4th and 5th pick to counter the core enemy heroes, which will be reactional picks in the end of the day. And yeah, I mean, Mineski has a lot of individual talents, that's for sure here. Japs has been playing 4, right? I believe now.
Yeah,
once again.
So it's quite interesting to see, like, at least towards the end of the era of Faceless, where some of that has kind of just caught on, at least on the side of Mineski. So, you know, that's why when he first joined the Mineski roster, I was like, okay, this is gonna be a bit weird. Like, what role is he gonna play? Like, there was a bit of speculation as well that Nana might have moved into the offlane, but no, I mean, they do the occasional role swaps, I guess. They can afford to.
Yeah.
Like you said, this is a very star-studded roster, right? So if you guys are not sure who is who, Moon is Nana. Looks like he's changed the name, and the Chinese name, which is apparently a really, really vulgar name. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna translate it, but this is Ice. So yeah, I mean, since when does Daryl ever use his actual IGN? Like, I can't even remember when was the last time I saw his official IGN. But okay, Warriors Gaming, you know, Jabami Heat. This is Miracle, the Singapore Miracle, not the EU one. So I have not seen him play Luna in a really long time. The last time I saw him play Luna, he played Eggs, Refresher Luna.
Dyer's turn to pick.
But alright, DK comes out, yep, and they like to put a lot of emphasis, especially for Fiero, giving him all these. I feel like they give him all these push heroes, like Death Prophet and DK. They pretty much suit that criteria.
Yeah, the two teams are very different. I mean, WG has a lot of players from different countries, like obviously Europe. We have a Filipino, we have one Australian, Singaporean as well, and a lot of them are very creative and diverse on how they play their roles, or even just as individuals themselves. But then we got Mineski, who are more down to earth and play all the meta heroes, but are excellent individuals at what they play. Notably, we got probably the potentially best offlaner in C currently, Size. Mushi, such experience, NB as well, who's been around for a long time now. Jab's new talent, he was playing middle before, just because how high skilled and how high MMR he was at one point, but now he's back to his original role that he used to play with Signature Trust back in the day, which is the 4th position. But yeah, as we can see here, the two... Whoa, hold on, we got a Winterwyvern pick, which means Jakiro is potentially... Either Jakiro or the Nightstalker is a position 3 right now.
You never know, we've seen...
Oh, actually...
it could be a core.
Winterwyvern offlane!
Yeah. I think
right?
it's actually...
It might be Winterwyvern offlane.
It might actually be a thing. Yeah, because I've seen ISSI he's been playing it here on his pubs like quite a fair bit. I think at one point he even played it in the safe lane, right? He was like, we're going Mask of Madness, Midas, Mask of Madness, and Maelstrom. So, alright guys, I embrace this new meta. I'm not sure.
So.
It might destroy our pubs or it might make it better. I'm not sure, but I'm looking forward to this. So, I mean, it's not like we're gonna see a Warriors Gaming Meepo. It's very unlikely, but alright, I like this. You know, we're changing things up a bit. And I mean, what are your thoughts on this? Well, like, what does the Wyvern contribute, like, from the offlane for this? Like, isn't she like a really squishy hero? Kinda squishy.
Yeah, she's a really squishy hero, but the thing is, it's one of those heroes that can just stay back, cast spells without getting caught, or even in a position to get caught. And as you can see from Warrior Gaming lineup, they only have one hero that can kind of close the gap, which is Sanking when he has a Blink Dagger. But aside from that, there's nothing else that can really just get in Winterwyvern's face. And the thing is, they have a lineup that requires to siege. Like Luna, DK are both heroes that you want to get your levels, group up, take some towers, right? But Winterwyvern is one of those heroes that is excellent against push. Normally was played as a support because you can just spam your W. But as an offlane hero, you can get more levels quicker, you can get more items quicker, which means you can come online quicker and delay these pushes. And now, as you can see, they picked the Medusa and they want the scaling to go their way. So I think this is a very smart pick, and it probably will be an offlane Winterwyvern here, since you said ISSI has played it quite often before in pubs, and it's excellent this game as well for all these sieging heroes.
But I just thought of something as well, because then there's also the potential of the Medusa safe lane, Puck off lane, and the Wyvern off. So Wyvern safe lane, but okay, no, it looks like ISIS is going to take the Wyvern. We're going to see how the lane's going to pan out, basically. Because I just feel like there's so much versatility to what the lanes are going to be, and Warriors Gaming probably have their heads kind of you know, they're probably like just banging hits and not thinking, okay, well, where are they laning? Where are they laning? Where are they laning? And
Yeah.
right, so
They should know that Isosize would be playing it off lane though, because I mean, even I know it, and I don't really keep in touch that much recently. The question is, they're going to have to lane a dual lane with the Winter Wyvern. It's not a hero that can lane alone. It needs some help at level 1s. Like a Necro off lane is the same case. You can't just leave the Necro at the start in off lane. He can get bullied out very easily. But the Winter Wyvern with a few levels, same as the Necro, he can stay in the lane afterwards very easily. So maybe Night Stalker will start with him at the start of the game, or maybe they can even do the Jakiro with him as well at the start, because they do have a ranged core, which can be a Puck in the safe lane with the Medusa middle, so the Night Stalker can help the Puck instead of the Jakiro. So they got some flexibility in their lanes, just because all 3 cores in their lineup is range, and they don't really require support to babysit them at the start.
okay. Okay, I have to put you in the spot right now. And predictions. Which draft would you kind of favor more in this game 1 at least? Would you favor Warriors Gaming because of, you know, Ozpride Velo, or would you go with Mineski?
I think just based on lineups and not individuals, I do like the Mineski lineup a lot more. Just because WG's lineup, even though I said their players are very diverse in what they can play and unique in their hero pool, I just feel their lineup right now is too one-dimensional. They're really relying on getting towers, tier 1 towers very early and grouping up and winning lanes, which I don't see it happening this game because of the Night Stalker, the Jakiro, and the Puck. Combined with the Winter Wyvern delaying their pushes, it'll be very hard for them to snowball the early game to do their game plan towards like the 10 to 15 minute mark onwards.
Alright, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1, Warriors Gaming.Unity versus Mineski. But alright, Darcy, we'll see how this goes. You said you favored a Mineski draft. I'm gonna go with Warriors Gaming, and I'm just gonna be the biased douche supporting Miracle. I have to, just for entertainment value. But of course, there we go. Looks
I
like
was the racist, wasn't I?
oh, dude, how many times have we had this debate? If you guys want a full racist experience, you should just play with Darcy or you play PUBG with him.
No, no, I am most innocent. Please.
China number 1. Okay, what would you respond to that?
4 to 6.
4 to 6. You heard that, guys.
The survey, yeah.
KP would
conducted the survey, man.
KP would not like to hear that. I mean, technically number 2. Ouch.
Ooh.
Ooh, close.
That's a burn, man.
That's not a burn, man. I mean,
burn. It's the truth, but it's the burn. They don't want to
Yeah.
be number 2. They want to be number 1.
China wants to be number 1. They always want to be number 1. Alright, so there
Here we go. Lanes, as said, Puck top lane, Medusa mid. Looks like Nightstickle will be blocking the mid and potentially play bottom afterwards to block. But yeah, their lanes are very strong here, and seems like they would be doing an aggro. Luna's playing at the top side here, as we can see.
I like this a lot because it just means that, you know, you leave Velo with a good start, and I feel like Underlord, his impact usually just dies off like after half an hour. You need to be taking these quick towers. You need to kind of get a good start. You need to snowball off the laning phase basically. So Velo against the Wyvern, not to mention Wyvern really hits like, you know, she really hits like a kitten. 45 base damage.
Yeah.
And with that Underlord Atrophy Aura, she's gonna be basically throwing tissue papers at you.
Yeah, I think it's smart as well. They need to make sure their lanes go well, and once their lanes go well, they can start grouping up using the DK form to take tier 1 towers before the Mineski lineup comes up. For example, the first night, it's already going to be pretty hard to fight into them because of the Night Stalkers early game, and obviously the Winter Wyvern delaying the pushes eventually later on. So I think emphasizing on winning lanes, going aggro is the right plan here. Although I don't think their aggro is that strong because they have Visage support, which doesn't really give much until he has a few levels.
But still, it's something to be afraid of, right? Grave Chill and Caustic Finale together with Fly Soul, that can actually do some serious damage.
Yep, they do have the Luna Aura as well that applies extra damage for the Grave Chill attack speed. Top lane, Sanking already playing pretty aggressively here.
You got Ursa dominance in this lane. And I mean, it's good. It's good to see that Miracle is playing other heroes other than Lifestealer, Naga, and Ursa. Because otherwise, I think with his previous teams, those are the heroes he usually played, so, you know, it's nice. But let's talk about this mid matchup a bit. Like, Mushi against the DK. How does this usually work out here? I mean, DK probably struggles a bit, at least, against the Mystic Snakes. You're just constantly going to steal mana.
Yeah, that's right. The Mystic Snakes is a big problem in this matchup. Any melee hero against Medusa is going to be a little hard, just mainly because of the snake bouncing. But at the very start, the DK will be able to farm fairly easily with the Dragon Breath, also reducing the damage of Medusa, so he can contest denies and last hits easier. It's just, the more levels this lane gets, it'll be easier for the Medusa to play it.
And this is also pretty good because you force the Night Stalker to stay in the safe lane. He's not exactly like, you know, a laning support. He's not like a Dazzle, he's not like a Witch Doctor, and it means that the middle lane is pretty much going to be... I wouldn't want to say free reign, but at least he's not going to be in threat of getting ganked anytime soon.
Yep, that's right. The bottom lane's a pretty interesting lane to talk about as well. I mean, we discussed at the start of the game that we might be seeing a dual lane, but since they went aggro, they are forced to contest the tri-lane as well. So it's a Winter Wyvern down that bottom lane, but as you can see, Fly Solo already got an invisible rune, is going to make a play on Ice Ice Ice.
Oh, they want to go and let it rain fire, and Winter Wyvern is going to melt. First blood going to Velo. Great start as it is, and very nice use of the Invis rune.
Yep. Top lane now as well. Mineski.
Oh, yep. They want to jump onto Miracle. They know she's squishy, but nah. Jabs is out of mana as well. Even with the boots, they don't really have enough mana to just pursue that kill. But Nana really not having a good... I wouldn't want to say like she's having a decent lane, because, you know, Puck as well, you really want the quick levels to just get a good start. But in this case, not really. Yeah. CS-wise, 93 compared to Miracle's 12-1. Grave Shell. Oh, they know he has to phase shift.
Trouble.
Is that a kill? I don't think so. They have to phase though. They have the orb, so no way to getting the kill.
Sanking now rotating back to the top lane. They might try to make a play once he's there, but they do see it. They do have that ward there, spotting the Sanking movement.
Oh, but they're just going under the tower.
Here we go.
Fly Solo. Oh, that's a very nice stun with the Lucent Beam. They get the kill. Great timing, and actually looks like they may consider going for a bit more. Boogie does not have any mana, so yeah. Alright, so they're just going to take out the creep wave, but middle lane once again battle for the runes. Will this be the top rune? We'll see. Actually, yes.
Ooh, haste rune. That's a nice rune. He's going top lane as well now. Look at this.
He can actually save his Sanking. Very, very convenient rune. Night Stalker, jabs, jabs, jabs. It is nighttime, but the Lucent Beam will help secure that kill.
Very fortunate rune. I mean, first was invisibility rune for the Sanking that secured a kill at bottom, and now it's the haste rune just in time to save his teammate and also securing the kill. So that's pretty damn good for WG.
I mean, sometimes I feel like, you know, a tiny percentage of at least the middle lane, whether your mid gets involved or not, just involves throwing his luck around the runes. Like, is he gonna get a double damage? Is he gonna get a haste, a regen? You never know. Sometimes it just comes back. Sure. Yeah, it just comes back to bite you in the ass, right? But okay, Jabs.
Especially with a hero like DK as well, who can actually get stuff done with the runes as well. Since he has a stun, he has damage, so.
Alright. So, okay, we're gonna see Jabs. He's gonna try take some of that pressure off the top lane. He decides he can't be of much use anyways in the top anyways. So he's gonna come to the bottom lane. Maybe try and, you know, play Velo a bit. With the Wyvern though, I actually wonder, do they have enough damage to even kill Velo? Because he's really, really tanky. Oh, Jab's gonna steal that bounty rune.
Definitely with the Q of Winter Wyvern, since it's based on the HP, and Pitlord has a lot of HP. Middle lane though, Sanking applying some pressure, not really going for the kill. Jabs is rotating around. He might try to make a play actually. They do have another snake coming up soon.
Oh, they're pinging him out? They know? He's just looking for his second bounty rune. But top lane Puck is really not having a good time. Like, Miracle is actually still tied for CS with the Puck, but he does have the kills to help him out. Ooh, Courier Snipe. Oh,
yeah.
Alright.
Another rune coming up. Let's see what it is. If it is top, DK is already in position to grab it.
Double damage maybe? No, it's gonna be an arcane rune bottom lane.
Yep.
But top lane yeah, they want to go on Ninja Boogie. He's really low. Miracle's going to be chasing after that dragon screen. Going to give him the vision. Do they have enough damage? One more right click. Yes, they will. Has the one charges to back him up with the raindrop. He's going to be really tanky though. I don't think they really kill him off just yet. But baiting.
He's got another void.
Oh dear, no. Nana. Jabs. They're gonna get kills in this lane. Double kill for Nana, so this lane pretty much salvaged for him. They may have to reconsider just rotating the lanes.
Yeah. Yeah, they have to really consider it now because it's not a lane they can win anymore, especially at nighttime where the Nightstalker has extra movement speed and attack speed, and it's just very hard to contest the Nightstalker because his base stats are very strong. So, but they do seem to be TPing up there. They kind of want to still give that Pit Lord the bottom lane solo against the Winter Wyvern, but it's going to get harder until the daytime, which will be in about a minute from now.
Alright, so how would you, or rather when would you rotate the lanes? Like, at least for the Underlord to go back to the top, because he's already level 6. And strangely, Ice is actually the one winning in terms of levels in this lane. Like, even CS wise, I think he's ahead. Oh, actually no, he's just a bit behind. 37 to 11.
Yeah, the Underlord was forced to jungle a little bit, so it's the CS difference might be in favor, but it's just a small camp that he cleared 2 times. So, top lane though, they're going on the Jakiro, and it seems like it'll be a kill to Soul Assumption. But now Miracle's in trouble.
He's gonna try and right click away, gonna pop the 1 charges. No Lucent Beam, nice phase shift out there from Nana. But with the Winter's Curse, they're really gonna try for both kills. Any Void to cancel? No, okay, they're gonna turn for Screen. We'll get the 2 kills here anyways. Very, very slowly. Yeah. So a double kill for Ice and a good rotation.
Yeah, and as I said, they rotated back top in a lane that they can't really contest anymore because it's still nighttime and their heroes already have the levels to get kills. And they will be forced now to make the movement. As you can see, Luna's now heading towards the bottom lane. Even though it is daytime, they are now pretty much sacking the lane because they think they can't fight it at all. But I believe the Luna's quite behind. The Puck is even in CS, but he's level 6 now, which means he can rotate and make use of his Dream Coil. And that's going to be a big problem here because the Luna's not fat enough to actually start sieging down towers. He needs some time to farm up his items, and as you can see, he's going for the MOM to also scale his farm in the jungle. So he's going to take some time to just play single player mode. But in the meanwhile, Medusa has almost got the middle tower here. That's it.
And Mushi's having a great start. Like you said, any melee hero just struggles. But okay, top lane, they actually do get the Nana kill. And they want to chase after Ice. They probably know that he has no mana, but he has the 1 charges. Yep, they know he broke the trees. Dragon chasing dragon. Who's gonna win here? This is Game of Thrones all over again, dude.
That's trouble. Medusa is coming down, but he can't just run in, so Ice is in a bit of trouble.
They know the Wyvern's there. Alright, so they get the Dragon Tail up. They have the Barrage Strike follow up with the Brief Fire. They will melt the Wyvern. Right, but here comes Mushy. They have another Barrage Strike in 4 seconds. They can try to chase this, but the Stone Gaze is going to be there, keeping him inside the pit, keeping him rooted. But okay, Mushy's going to try to turn around and hit Saitama and Velo, but not much use. Meanwhile, Miracle happy to just mop up that creep wave in the middle lane. But okay, yeah, I'm not sure why I call him Saitama. I just had it like a brain dead moment for there.
Yeah, he just needs his time to farm now while his team does some work. That was a really good rotation there. They secured the Winter Wyvern and the Puck as well, and no one died, I believe, as well. So that's a great rotation there. Visage does need a place to also get his levels. He's in desperate need of his level 6 so that he can get some more team fight and pushing action on his own. Once he has level 6, then his scaling will be a lot faster since he can farm, he can jungle, he can push towers on his own. But yeah, as you can see, Saitama now just pushing the top lane out, forcing the enemy heroes to go and constantly play in the lane, which allows heroes to show on the map and allows the Luna to be less scared of farming in the lanes in the opposite side of the map.
Alright, so the advantage does kind of favor at least Mineski just a tiny bit. But what do you think about Pharaoh going for a Midas this game? Because I mean, you already see that your Luna's gonna be farming. Wouldn't you want something which helps you get a bit more involved, like drums or even an armlet in this case?
I mean, I think the Midas is a fine pickup because they know they can't go into their sieging plan, the plan A from their draft. So it's going to be a game that's going to drag out, and Midas pays off in this sense. So I think this is a good backup plan for the fact that they can't do what they originally had plans.
So gearing up for the late game. And meanwhile, bottom lane, Ice and jabs, they will. The Faceless duo will at least try to put some pressure up on this bottom tier 1. Well, meanwhile, Mushy, he's just carrying a triple ancient stack, so not too much lost here. Actually, quite worth the trade. When So many of your cores are just clearing up the jungle's resources, and you can actually get some chip damage into the tier 1. But alright, here comes the Uber. He goes straight to the bottom lane with the Winter's Curse. Banging away to the Dragon Knight. I'm not really sure it's worth it, but with the root, they will find the Winter Wyvern.
Yep.
Alright.
So this is a really good play by the Pit Lord as well. They secure the top tower, they end up defending the bottom tower, and they can also just push the bottom tower now. There's no darkness. I think the nighttime will come up at 12-minute mark as well, but there's no Winter Wyvern ulti now to worry about. They should be able to siege this tower, mainly because the DK used Arcane Rune, I believe, before he ultied, so his cooldown is significantly reduced as well. Yep, he'll have it up in 20 seconds after.
And meanwhile, you know, Miracle, he's just catching up on farm, like you said, single player mode. And he's already leapfrogged over, you know, the puck in terms of net worth. And okay, over the top rune, they do take care of Fly Solo, very tasty support pickoff. And DK also very close to his Midas. So I think there should be like at least 2 minutes of downtime for both teams to just farm up their next items. Jab's getting a very sneaky deep ward. I like this ward. It's gonna tell him like, you know,
they do need
farms.
the mechanism as well for the Underlord. He's almost got his 100 gold off. The Mask of Madness is up very soon as well. So it's not like WG is behind that much. They are playing their plan B, like I said. They're going for the Midas. They got the Mask of Madness. Their farm is going to accelerate extremely fast after these items are up, and it'll be very hard to fight into them once the mecha is up. So right now they're not in any rush as well to end the game. Like I said, they're plan A. But here we go, middle lane. Ooh, they were looking for the kill, but smoke got revealed and they saw it.
Yep, and this is just Jabs. He's read the situation quite well, and they're just sitting behind Mushi right now, making sure that he doesn't get jumped. But Jabs hanging around. Yep, I think they have to suspect that there's someone behind them, but they just don't know where.
I'm feeling really bad for this Visage. He's not even level 5, and it's 13 minutes in.
Life of a support, Darcy. But okay, Jabs, he's going for another courier snipe. Oh, it's paused right next to the courier. They need to think. They need 2 minutes to wait.
Tactical
They
guys.
need to figure out how do we save this courier. Do we TP in? Do we TP in to kill Jabs?
No, it's not.
It's only a donkey. It's fine. It's not like it's a baby Roshan.
Yeah, it's not going to die here, that's for sure. But I'm just wondering if it's burst. It's not, right?
It doesn't have. It doesn't have the burst anymore. So.
Yeah, it's gone. You still won't be able to get it regardless, but nice attempt there.
No, I think it might die. He has Hunter Tonight, right? Yeah, he has Hunter Tonight.
Well, it's 430 move speed. He's got 506, so he needs to get 2 to 3 hits here. Yeah.
Oh,
no,
Darcy. Oh, he's going for this. Are you sure?
Oh, what the hell? What the hell? Why the Korean went back?
Called it.
No, report him, guys.
Called it.
Damn. Oh, that was so bad.
Oh, Darcy. It's okay. We lose.
Nah,
we
that
win
count.
some, you lose
That
some.
does not count.
You win some.
Damn.
You win some. You lose some. This is like the C Hub Qualifier hub again. Predictions on my end.
Bottom lane though, probably still in trouble.
I think he regrets that Burrow Strike. The moment he did it, I'm pretty sure he regretted it.
They are getting a few pickoffs here for Mineski, and they're applying some pressure as well in the lanes. It's mainly because it's nighttime, and the Night Stalker can get very deep wards, like that ward that spotted the courier. It gives a lot of movement from the middle to top lane, which means they can tell how many is
jump
at
in, bottom lane.
end.
Miracle is in some trouble. Dark Rift coming in. Miracle gonna bait with the one charges. Gonna try and turn things around with Jab's nice Winter's Curse, and actually Jabs will get the kill. Wow!
And he ends up as well.
Outplaying Miracle. And there's no way to catch Batman.
They don't even know where he went. They still think he's in the trees. And he's gone. See you later.
Just like that, Jabs making the plays, J-God.
Meanwhile, Mineski Ninja Boogie just putting some pressure in the mid tower. He even ultis the creeps just so he can get those extra hits in and create that space for them to rotate back to top, and also getting some tower damage up here. And this is the one thing I really liked about Mineski at the TI7C regionals, is their usage of Jakiro was extremely effective. He just goes to lane, especially where he thinks there isn't the enemy, and just apply his own pressure. But here we go, look at the shrine at bottom.
If they want to fight, popping the Eclipse, can they get the kill here? Yes, they will. Miracle getting one. But Ice. Alright, just trying to slow down this push, at least with the Dragon Form up. But they're going to try and chase him. They have a Burrow Strike in one, and they will use it right now. Looks like the Winter Wyvern will also be going down here. And the Puck, getting a nice 4-man coil. Where's the follow-up? Might be to kill out Velo. Tanking some tower hits. Nice Ice Pad, but where's the follow-up damage? Velo
Rotation, here we go.
playing on the brink of death with the Mystic Snake, that last tick. And actually, Boogie getting himself 1 kill. Miracle stuck inside the tree. He's going to try and juke things out. If he gets out of this, he is a god. But never mind. He will die, so he's not. Anyway, Nana, very nice orb in. So that's going to be a 3 for what? 3 for 1? 3 for 2? Let's check the fight recap. It's going to be a 3 for 2 trade.
Yeah,
so,
3 for 2.
Yeah, playing way too aggressive like that into the Puck. Considering he still had the Dream Coil.
Yep. And Winter Wyvern, he may not see him, but he's a very tanky hero. He's got 1.2k health already at level 11. And that's without even getting the 7 strength talent at level 10. He got the intel over it as well. But he's got 1.2k health with the stick as well on top of that. So he's not that easy to kill. And he's almost got his Maelstrom as well. So he is going for that semi-DPS build that he normally goes in his pubs.
Man, this is really, really scary. I can feel like this new era coming into our pubs. You guys are sick of Necro and Veno? Well, Wyvern offlane coming to your nearest pub game. I embrace it. And Miracle, even popping the Winter's Curse. Can he actually get the solo kill here? Shards, that was close, but now they want to chase him with the Burrow Strike. Ice. Popping the Cold Embrace. Should be a kill here.
Yeah, he's definitely.
That's the one charges.
No
Yeah, but it's going to all these heroes. So it's fine. Now they were going to try and pressure the tier 1 mid. Kind of a bit about time. Oh, Dark Rift actually going to be cancelled. Oh, he denied the creep, which he was going to Dark Rift too.
And now Mushi's over there. He's got his Lincoln Sphere as well, and he's going to.
Oh, but that's a beautiful Ice Path and Macro Pyre. Great stuff, and they actually killed Miracle. And now with Screen dead as well, Mineski fly solo confirmed.
And that Jakira will also probably kill the bird.
Oh dear.
Oh, there we go. Jabs gets it.
Oh,
no birdies for you.
Okay, at this point, I think Warriors Gaming aren't really on the same page because Mineski are playing more as a team. Like, why would you deny the creep which your teammate's gonna Dark Rift to? That could have potentially saved them with the mech. But alright, so DK Pharaoh, farming up the top lane, has his Midas, Shadowblade on the way. He can afford it now.
Shadowblade.
Yeah, and Sand is like not even halfway to his dagger.
I mean, they need an item that allows them to get pickoffs, and Shadowblade's one of the better ones against the Puck as well, because you can get right in his face and utilize stun right after you hit. But at the same time, he can't stand in the front of the fight if it does happen, and he's going to be very delayed. His BKB is going to come up next. He does have Midas, but if if Mineski decides to take fights now with their items, they do have the Maelstrom up very soon. Medusa's already got Yasha with his Lincoln Sphere, so they can head on and push now and get all the tier 2 towers before WG can actually confront them. And Shadowblade is not an item that helps him in that, so it's going to be an unlikely case that WG wants to head on fight. Maybe they'll just try to split push until they get their BKBs up.
This just feels really sketchy, like if you're Warriors Gaming right now, because their game plan is not exactly, going their way. And you talk about plan B, still not going their way. Like, you look at this Medusa, she's getting super farm. She's top of the net worth, 11,000 net worth in 19 minutes, and they have an 8,000 gold lead. And I would say, Mineski, they have the map control.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, Mineski has the better scaling as well. That's why the DK opted for the Midas build, but it's never really going to be optimal to go for your plan B. So, obviously, Mineski's got the side going their way, and they don't really have to rush things. They can play with the Knight, they can get pickoffs. Once they get pickoffs, they can siege, or they can opt to just out-farm the enemy team until they get an item that can decide the fights for their way. I mean, once they have Manta, it'll be pretty hard to fight into Mushi. Already now, as it is, I think it's very hard to fight into Mineski. So, as you can see, they're rotating bottom lane. Like I said, they're going to go for those tier 2 towers. And the only thing WG now is split push. They do need to get some more aggressive wards, more deep wards, to spot these Mineski movement a lot earlier, so they can actually decide to split push as soon as Mineski decides to push the enemy towers. but it's going to be too late. They don't have those wards, and looks like Mushi's going to go for base and force TPs.
Oh, but there goes Nana. He's got the coil. He's going to try and kill a Velo. Wasting the Dark Rift up. He's going to TP straight to the tier 3 tower in the bottom lane. But are you seeing the jabs wards? Okay, popping the Stone Gaze and the Ice Path, turning the dragon to stone.
Yep.
And
they
Fly
do have
Solo's
the
on the way.
Force Staff as well on Jakira here. And there's no Blink Dagger as well on the Sand King, so it's going to be a very hard way to catch people.
Are you seeing this? Like, even Jabs just sneaked past the tier 2, puts an Observer Ward inside the enemy base, and they have no idea. So he's getting all these crazy deep wards. He's basically playing a Night Stalker like a Monkey King, or even like a Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, pretty much. It is one of those heroes that can kind of get those deep wards without being detected, especially when you use Darkness, because it also limits the enemy wards by reducing their vision range. So here we go, Shadow Blade being used. He's going to try and get that puck, but the puck's already long gone here.
They know where he is, but Miracle's just going to clear out the top lane. Shadow Blade's going to expire as well, so I don't think Fiora's actually going to be getting this kill, unless he waits for the cooldown. But now he's going to show himself, so the puck is going to know.
Yep, and as you can see, Mineski has marked their way to get the last tier 2 at the top. But at the same time, that doesn't mean all of 5 of Mineski is going to go there. The NV has just been constantly pushing the bottom lane on his own. He does heal up now, and he's probably going to start grouping up with the rest of his team. But they have to... Saitama, Velo will have to push all the way to, towards the bottom tier 1 at bottom, because there's no way they can actually fight them head on right now. So they have to decide and split quickly, get the Sand King his Blink Dagger, get another item. There is a Greaves now just finally being picked up by Velo, and maybe fight at high ground, or if the enemy contests Rosh. That's the 2 scenarios they have to fight them for. Roshan, they cannot give Aegis to the Medusa. If they do, she's just going to high ground and you can't kill her twice anymore.
And now
will they make a play here?
Very convenient double damage rune. I mean, I always like to say that, if you get the early runes, you get the the laning phase rotations and kills, but usually when that happens, karma hits you, and next thing you know, look at that Mushi double damage, Solar Crest, and bam, Roshan goes down. So like you said, how do you kill this, this Medusa twice?
Yeah, you can't aim her in a fight anymore. The only likely way they can win a team fight is if they smoke, wrap around, kill their supports, kill the Winter Wyvern or the Puck straight away, and try to ignore the Medusa before they actually fight her. They have to kill the rest of the team. There's no way they can actually kill the Medusa. They have Solar Crest on Night Stalker, they have Winter Wyvern that can also heal her up if she gets aimed. So the likely case is they're going to rat until they go high ground, and maybe try to smoke and utilize the Sand King's Blink to catch one and pop the guy straight away.
And Miracle really doesn't have any items to even fight. It's just a Force Staff, a Mask of Madness with an Aquila, and one. So I don't know. I'm not sure how they're actually gonna drag this game out. You said that they have good push strat, but they don't have good D push. Besides the Brief Fire, and if he gets in range, he's at risk of just dying right there.
Oh, Miracle cancels his TP here accidentally.
Yep, and top lane.
So does Velo to TP him out.
Sand King should be in some trouble. Turns to stone. Will die to the right clicks of Mushi. And looks like the Dragon Knight will also be going down here. No escape mechanism, and he's just dead. He's gonna try to get a stun into Mushi. Going into the trees and will go down. So Mushi the Dragon Slayer. And now comes Miracle. Wants to pop that ultimate, but he's already used it. Didn't really get any kills with it. And then with some right clicks, he's going to try and go straight for Ninja Boogie. Gem is on the floor, but with the coil on 3, nowhere to go. And looking at Velo, he's also going to go down. It will be the team wipe.
That Winter Wyvern DPS there with the MOM, his Arctic Burn with the Maelstrom procs. Crazy offlane DPS. You don't see this in like any other offlane hero, how much damage he output there.
Oh god, that's something which they really need to look at. And Mushi, he's going to take the tier 3 tower. The spawn timers are quite short, but not short enough, because right now they're going to lose one lane of barracks potentially too. And the GG will be called 24 minutes in. Game 1 going to Mineski. Alright Darcy, you called it. You said that you favored the Mineski draft, and I mean, what are your other thoughts on this Wyvern pick? Like, I still can't get over the fact that this Miracle is just playing out of his mind.
Yeah, it's crazy how much damage the Winter Wyvern damage output is. Like, especially when he hits level 15, he has that 75 extra damage as well, on top of the MOM, his Arctic Burn, which is based on percentage HP of their current HP, and just all his spells do a lot of damage, aside from his E, obviously. But yeah, a lot of it really depends on his early game. If Mineski can kind of get through the lanes without much casualties, then it's going to be a very hard game for WG in the mid game, because they can't just push. They can't head-on push into a Medusa, into a Winter Wyvern spam. They also have Jakura to spam from afar, and the Puck, obviously. So I feel, like I said from the start, just their lineup is just too one-dimensional from WG. They need to have heroes that can opt to play differently depending on the picks of Mineski towards the end, because the end picks are all reactional to the enemy cores, and Winter Wyvern was perfect in this game. So I give a lot of props to Mineski because of this unconventional pick, the Winter Wyvern. Not many teams in C really goes for what they think is strong. They just go for what is in the meta, such as TI heroes. So I really liked how Mineski played. They played to their strengths and not to what the meta is played.
Indeed, and well, we'll see whether in game 2 we'll get more Ice Winter Wyvern, or will Warriors Gaming ban it. And anyways, that was only game 1, guys. So me and Godot will be back for game 2 and for the other 2 best of 3s for the PGL playoffs. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you guys shortly.